All right, guys, welcome to the AI marketing course. My name is Jacob, and I will be your teacher within this course. Now, as you can clearly see, AI obviously plays a huge role in the marketing and especially in 2025 because if you really think about it, if you can use AI properly, it will save you a lot of time. And I'm pretty sure you've already realized that. And this is why you're probably enrolling into this course. And I'm super happy to have you on board. So, this is how it's going to go. So, first of all, inside this course, you will have a lot of presentations and also a lot of videos. And the way this course is going to work that first you will have some presentations about theory so that you can actually get understanding of how AI works, why you need it, how to use it, and basically to just give you an overall understanding of where everything comes from. And then in the second part of the course, you are going to get videos with specific tutorials on how to actually use these tools when it comes down to ChatGPT, Loom, We.io, Canva, like all MailChimp, like all these different platforms and tools that heavily rely on AI. And I'll be personally showing you step by step without wasting your time how to actually use them and utilize them. And on top of that, I will also give you some recommendations on tools you should be using. And a lot of them, by the way, are going to be free. So, with that said, I cannot wait for you to get started. And let's get this. Let's get this course started. In this lesson, we are going to cover one of the coolest things AI can do, and this is content creation. First of all, I'm going to show you how to write blog posts using AI. Then I will show you how to write good social media captions and descriptions. Then I'm going to show you how to actually create content itself, such as images, animations, highlights for Instagram and stuff like this. And then at the end of this lesson, I will also show you how to use AI to boost your video editing and to make it way more efficient. Now, at the end of this lesson, I will also show you my top 10 list of the best AI tools I recommend to you. So, with that said, let's get right into it. All right, so the tool we're going to be using is called ChatGPT. I probably guess all of you have heard of it before. For you that did not, it's just simply one of the most known AI tool by far. Now, what do? We want to make sure that we have, the paid plan, the plan that costs $20 per month, because that is important simply because it gives you better outputs and also it does not have any limits, right? So I feel like this is great investment given the fact that this is going to save you so much of your time. So how to write blog posts. So first thing that you want to do is you want to make the AI do the research for you, right? We want to know what we are going to be writing about. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna tell AI what I'm about to do, right? So let's just have a look. So um in the next 10 minutes, I will want you to write a blog post for me. I will be giving you series of tasks. Do you understand? Sweet. So first thing we have to do is research. So first, and you have to pick a topic, right? So like the topic is like you have to pick it yourself, right? So let's just say, mm, uh, 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 let's just say we want to create a blog post about the importance of AI in marketing in 2025. Okay. So first, um, I want you, and next up, we also want to like know who are we addressing this post to. So what I mean by this, we have to know which kind of audience are we talking to, right? So let's just pretend that we are talking to 30 to 40-year-old, engineers, right? So first, I want you to make a research for me about the topic. After you do this, I want you to save this information and use it for the writing that I will give you tasks for later on. The topic is 5 reasons why AI is an absolute must if you want to make 6 figures or more with marketing online in 2025. My target audience are IT engineers 30 to 40 years old. Therefore, and this is very important, you've got to write it in a way that just you know makes that that's like appealing to that target audience, right? And you have to say this to ChatGPT, right? Therefore, you have to make sure that you give them information they will be impressed about and something that is actually valuable to them. Please do your research and save it for future use. And we're just gonna click, right? Very, very simple. Now it's gonna do all the research for you, right? Okay. Now this is very short, right? So what do we want to do? Okay. I want you to do way more detailed research. This will not impress anybody. 3,000 words minimum. Please double check so that you don't waste time. Okay. Yeah, this is better, right? This is way, way better. Okay, this is sweet, right? Okay. Now, what do we want to do next? Based on this information, please give me an outline for this blog post. Then you have to tell it the main goal of your blog post, which could be the main target of this blog post is to simply give value to our audience. No selling, no lead generation. All right. So let's see what happens. Sweet. So you see, like, this is absolutely amazing. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to tell it which kind of blog post we want it to write, right? So, um, say perfect. Now, based on this outline, write the blog post. Now, very important things that are key in there are those things, right? So first of all, write at converse, write in conversational tone, third grade level. That will resonate. This is very important. with our target audience, right? Like a human. Do not sound like a gimmick or AI. Also, make sure the post flows perfectly from one sentence to the other. This is very important, right? Now, uh, uh, um, let me just quickly see. Yeah, we also wanted to. If you don't care about the length, then you don't need to write. But like blog posts should be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words, right? Um, the length must be at least 1,200 words minimum. Double check if you followed all the comments. Make sure the blog post is very easy to read and navigate through, right? So, like, what we're doing here, we're giving it basic kind of direction on what to do and what not to do, simply because if you do that, it will produce amazing results. And like the third grade level being conversational, that applies to majority of content online, right? Then you all obviously tell it that it has to resonate with the target audience so that it doesn't sound like AI. That's also important. Then you select the length, and then um, what I like to do, I just like tell it double check if you followed all the comments, because AI can sometimes just like be not smart and just like ignore, stuff. So yeah, sweet. All right. This is pretty solid, right? This is absolutely amazing. Like, do you see? This is great. Content is a king, but creating content is a time drain. Like, the flow is perfect, right? So, and like I'm recording this video for 11 minutes right now. So I've literally, and I've spent some time on intro, right? So it's like 9 minutes, 9 minutes to write an amazing blog. So you see like how amazing that is. Absolutely incredible. Now, let's just go to the second thing, which is going to be how to create content with AI. Now, I'm not going to show you like how to like let ChatGPT create pictures because I feel like that's just limited. But I'm personally using one tool that is called Canva, and like it's enhanced with AI, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'm just going to show you some walkthrough and how to use it because it's like unreal how easy that is, right? So let's do it. Okay, so right here we are inside the Canva, which is the tool I'm using for content creation. Now I'm going to show you some like small stuff and how to like navigate through it, which is very simple. But after that, I'm going to show you a feature that they launched recently, which is called Magic Design, and it's absolutely unreal. So with that said, let's just go over Canva, right? So we've got home, which we basically like can create design, right? Here you can upgrade your plan. Like I'm not using Canva right now, but I used to do that a lot. And so you can literally just, upgrade your plan right here. Then if you click here, you've got all your past, projects. Then, templates is what it says. Basically, Canva is like a library of editable templates, right? Now, a lot of templates are in the professional, plan, but a lot of them are also not. So like you can do some stuff for free, right? Now, if you see, like, it gives you whiteboards, it gives you Instagram posts, Facebook ads posts, like even like websites. right? Like website designs, like Facebook covers, videos, and mind you, you can literally, I mean, literally edit everything, right? So let's just have a look, right? This is like Instagram stories, right? Instagram posts, flyers, posters, docs, resumes, logos, documents, like, and all you have to do, right? Let me just click on something, right? And you just click on it and you just click on customize template, and that's pretty much that. And like, you can actually like edit the text, you know, edit the video, edit the speed, literally like edit the video speed, the playback. Do you want to play it on repeat? The audio, you can enhance the volume. If you want to, you can also enhance voice, which is, obviously in the paid plan. And right here, what you can do, right? Because you see like there's multiple videos, right? You can literally just like edit it inside the Canva. Like you don't even need like a video editor, right? It's like you can literally just, if I don't like this, I can just, delete it. If I want to make this video shorter a little bit, I can just, shorten it like this. Yeah, it's absolutely unreal, right? It's like I can do whatever. I can even add like a new video to it, right? Absolutely amazing. And we can literally just do it with everything, right? And just quickly go at the beginning, which is right here. When we go home, right? What we can do is we can literally go and just click create design. And then, Canva asks us what we want to create. And there's literally like, when it comes down to social media and like internet in general, there are literally, and I mean literally templates for everything. So let's just say YouTube thumbnail, right? And do you see like it gives you all the, resolutions, um, fitness, Instagram posts, right? So it doesn't have that. That doesn't matter. So we're gonna just go with, Instagram post. Boom. And here we go, right? Now, when we go to the left, we are simply going to, it gives us templates in the resolution of Instagram, right? So, which is absolutely like unreal, right? So it's just, um, yeah, let's just say fitness challenge, right? Um, yeah, and let's just see. Yeah, and right here we can literally like, you can literally just, like paste it in. And then once you're here, you can literally just like do whatever you want with it, right? Like just by clicking it, deleting it, or if you want to add something, you just simply, let me quickly show you elements, upload, and right here you will just, upload files, and then you will move it in here, and you will, like enhance the size. You can change the font. Like you can literally do everything. Like this is as easy as it can get, right? You can delete the pictures, like you can do all of this, right? Very simple. So this is how you do it. Like literally just play with Canva. Like it requires like zero knowledge about design. Like me personally, I can do like no designs and I still found it very easy. So do that. It is worth it. Now, the AI, because I feel like Canva just uses AI all the time, right? Like you just don't see it, right? Because like all these, automatic like designs, templates is just, on the next level. Now, the full out AI, feature of Canva is something called Magic Design, right? And what is Magic Design? It's very simple. You basically give it your description of the design, and then based on your words, it simply designs whatever you want. So let's just do something creative. Um, let's just say like Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man flying in the town escaping, villains. For example, right? Let's just see what it gives us. And I'm saying that okay, okay, okay. So this gives us because obviously, it doesn't have licensed pictures. So let's just say let's do something more generic. Let's just do emotional, emotional and motivational inst Instagram fitness posts. So let's see what happens. Obviously, this technology is new, but I still feel like it's absolutely unbelievable, right? Look, emotional and motivational Instagram fitness post. Like this is pretty cool picture, right? This is dope. Like I know like you have to give it some personality, right? But like just think of like how much you can get out of this if you were to just spend, few minutes on this, right? Like it gives you beautiful posts, right? Um, let's just say football, um, football match, cool football match invitation, right? Just let's just see. Maybe we could have said flyer. Yeah, this is nice. What can we say? Let's just say Facebook, Facebook ads, um, fitness, Facebook ad creative aimed to capture leads with lead magnet that is 10-day app workout challenge. Let's see if it can like take such long okay, sweet. So it gives us yeah. You have to be like you have to be a little bit more specific. So let's just say Facebook ads creative for fitness and also not so complicated, right? So Facebook ad creative for fitness program. Yeah. Like, do you see like this is cool? This is cool. Like the AI, it just like gives you like these templates, right? And like we've literally just spent zero time on it. And like this technology is just gonna get better and better. So I just wanted to show this to you and like you have to like use it by yourself, but like I feel like this is absolutely unreal tool, right? So yeah, I just wanted to show you this. And what we are gonna do, I'm gonna show you something called Weed.io, which is an online video creation and AI powered tool. So let's go over that. All right, so again, we are on the We.io homepage. Now, I just wanted to clearly mention that this is no advertisement. I'm just, using it myself. As you can clearly see, here's my professional profile. And I just wanted to show you this because Weed, in my opinion, alongside CapCut, are like the best tools when it comes down to video editing because they save you so much of your time, right? So let me just show you what are the features and benefits. So they give you auto subtitles. Like this is big, right? Imagine you're creating, an educational content or you want to like captions for your social media content. This gives you this in like matter of seconds, right? Text to speech, very, very simple, right? It's just, you know, Next thing, this is a big one, right? I'm personally using this, for example, when imagine I'm recording a course and like dog, for example, barks in the background. Like if I were to, manually remove all these sounds and like all these things, I would, spend on it tons of time. But like because this gives you, background removal, then, the background noise removal, then you can easily just click a button and it's gone. And like the accuracy is like 99%. So it's unreal, right? Next thing, which is big, you can remove background from video. Unreal stuff. Next thing that the AI can do, it can generate your script for your videos. Again, unreal. Next thing it can do, it can transcribe video, which is basically extracting script, from your videos to a written form. Next thing it can do, it can generate images. It can also translate videos, which I've never tried, but this is great. Generate music. I feel like this still has got a long way to go, but yeah, background image removal. Next thing, this is very, very important. It can correct your, eye position when it comes down to camera. Now, I personally don't use it. I still believe in this kind of natural tone where I, like look at different places. I'm not just like a robot, like staring at you all the time. I feel like that's not natural, so I don't use that, but like definitely cool. So with that said, let's go over weed and I'm just gonna show you like how to use it. So when you purchase your plan, which is like 20 euros or something like this, which is like 25 bucks or 22 bucks, you get in here, right? Now what you can do are a couple of things, right? First of all, you can create a new project, right? That's super simple. Then you can record video, create avatar of yourself, which is crazy. You can also, create clips from longer video, which is amazing. Like, especially if you're, using like if you're using social media, right? Then just saves you so much of time. And then obviously text to video, and then it can translate your video, but I've never used it. Now, with the edits, let's go over them. So when we go over here, again, it gives us these features. So we're gonna, try two things: generate subtitles and remove background. Okay. So let's just go to the subtitles. So first thing we do, we simply click and we upload our video. Now, after this is one of the videos I did for one of our other courses, so I just wanted to like mention that. And really, we will use this as an example, right? And I'll wait and I'll be back until the video uploads, right? So we finally uploaded. Now you simply click auto subtitle in English or whatever language you have. Like if you look, just like there's literally like every single language like possible. Or like not every single language, but like a lot of languages, right? So just click auto subtitle in English. It generates super fast. This is like 2.5 minute video, and look how fast this goes. So again, I'll be right back. All right. So subtitles generated 1 minute later, and just look. You see, like this is absolutely unreal, right? It just gave us like subtitles, in like minutes, right? It's absolutely unreal. Now, let me quickly just show you like how to, edit them because that's, super, super simple. Just click on subtitles, right? And then what you're gonna do is you click on the style and you just pick it. Like, you can just, yeah, we can literally, it's absolutely unreal, right? Like, yeah, it's absolutely unreal. So I'm just wanted to show you this. next thing we will do is the background removal. Okay, so we'll click on remove background. Again, we will upload a file and let's just wait a moment. All right, now once the file is uploaded, what you simply do is that you click on Magic Tools and you click on Remove Background. And let's just wait, right? Right, so the background has been removed. The only thing that no, it's actually removed. Like the only thing that stayed there is my chair, which is like literally, everything. And do you see like this is absolutely like unreal. Like this is amazing, right? Like I can literally create another background and the video looks kind of clean. Like obviously there's a few errors, but other than that, like guys, look, and like I'm saying, like if you see any subtitles in this course, which you will obviously see, these are generated by the we.io, and I'm here to tell you it's gonna take me like 1 minute for each video of this course. So I just wanted to show you this like overall, like you can literally, get advantage of all these remaining tools, and all these are like literally like the simplest things on planet Earth. Like I'm not good in editing videos, and like look, like this is just like this saves you like crazy amounts of time, you know. Also, let's just try the eye contact thing, right? Let's just see. Let's just see the eye contact. This would be, interesting too. So yeah. You can also, if you see right here, right? Removing silences. This is absolutely unreal feature. Which basically lets you like cut out all the dead and awkward pauses. So like again, like I'm saying, this is an unreal thing, right? It's just so unreal. Like it lets you, just cut out, all these, weird like um and stuff like that, right? It can also let you clean auto subtitle, like yeah, it's just great. And also the magic cut, which removes arms, ass, and bad takes, right? So it's unreal again. It all is, visible to you, or it's accessible when you just access these magic tools. And all you have to do is to upload your video. So let's just wait before it fixes the eye contact and let's see what happens. All right, so we're done. And I'm just looking at the camera. This is absolutely crazy. The eye contact is being kept. It works. So yeah, this is great. Again, accessible through the magic tools, right? Right. Now, with that being said, let me just quickly show you some of the best tools you can use AI for. So, first of all, ChatGPT is, for writing. Grammarly is here to fix grammar and just improve your writing. Like when you make some mistakes, it automatically fixes your grammar. Now, if you have ChatGPT already, I feel like you can just simply tell it like, hey, please look at this, fix grammar mistakes, do not fix the tone because you don't want to corrupt like the writing style. And then I feel like ChatGPT is just gonna do amazing job, like absolutely unreal. Jasper is another AI writing tool. I would say it's better than ChatGPT because it's literally just like for writing, and it lets you write in different styles and tones, which is again unreal. Surfer SEO, which makes your writing show up on Google, so it's SEO optimized. Next up, Writesonic. This lets you create short and long content quickly. Then the next thing, obviously, Canva, Runway ML, which, like lets you make art and edit videos. DALI, which, lets you create custom images from text, which is unreal. By the way, Nike used DALI for one of their ads, if I'm not mistaken. I'm quickly going to show you because this is very interesting. All right, so I just found it. I'll just play this to you. It's actually absolutely unreal. Like this is the commercial that Nike, used. I don't know if you guys know, but also Travis Scott used AI for one of his commercials, one of his like shoes. And yeah, this is generated with AI, which I feel like is unreal. And this, by the way, is like 1 year old or more than 1 year old. So this just shows you the power of the AI, right? It's just unreal. Next thing I would recommend you when we come back to the AI tools is Picture AI, which turns text into videos. Crazy. Lumen 5, this converts blocks into professional videos. That's very, very specific category, by the way. Next up, Descript, which edits videos by editing text. This is absolutely unreal. You basically what you do, right? I've used Descript for one of my clients I work with, and basically what you do is that you upload a video. Let's just imagine I uploaded video into Weed.io, and instead of me editing it by like the clips, the Descript automatically generates videos, right? And then, sorry, it automatically generates like the transcript of the video so that you see the text. And whenever you click on particular word, it takes you to that sequence of the video. And when you remove that one word, the Descript automatically removes that part of the video. Like it's absolutely unreal. Highly recommend it. Then next, Adobe Premiere Pro. Obviously, it like gives you multiple functions. Camtasia, easy screen recording and editing. Capwing, this adds captions and edits videos, but honestly, for video editing, I would either recommend you We.io or Loom, which is a tool I record this course on, right? And then I edit it within We.io. So with that said, I hope you guys learned something new, but like if you think about it, I've shown you all these different tools. Whenever you go to any of these other tools, I didn't like show you on the screen, but I recommend it too. It will be so easy for you to use as these others I've actually shown you. So like don't be worried about that. This is absolutely unreal if you were to ask me, and just try it because all these tools cost anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks per month, and they save you so much of your time. So yeah, this is it, guys. All right, guys. So, in the previous lesson, we have covered how to actually create content with AI. And right now, we will cover how to actually enhance your social media marketing using AI. So, with that said, let's get right into it. And before I do, we will do four things. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you two tools you can actually use for free to start with for social media management. Now, from these tools, you can manage all your social media from one dashboard, right? So whether you have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever else, you can then manage ads, manage content posting, manage content calendar, content scheduling, all from one place. And I feel like this is going to save you so much of time because if you have multiple social media platforms and then doing everything from them rather than to do it from one nice dashboard, it is way easier. So with that said, that's the first thing. Second thing we are going to do is that I'm going to show you how to actually analyze what the sentiment of your audience. In other words, what people are saying about your brand online and how to actually use your data and how to use these data to make your marketing better using ChatGPT. So that's going to be the second thing. And the third thing, I am going to show you how to actually use tool called Upfluence, which basically teaches you how to find the right influencers for collaborations. It's absolutely unreal tool. And with that said, let's get right into that. All right, so let me just make myself smaller. So right now we are inside the tool Metrical, which is essentially social media management tool, which you can manage and post and like schedule all your content from all your social media channels from. Now, with that being said, let me show you what it looks like, right? So, first thing we have is this analytics, dashboard right here. And now, if you go to the left, you can simply, connect all your platforms. The only thing that you have to do is to simply click on this plus button, and then, you just connect your website, right? Very simple. The same thing goes with other things as well. Like if we click on Pinterest, we will simply click on connect Pinterest account, and then you simply type in your email and log in, and you're connected. I did it the same way with my Facebook and with my Instagram. Now, very simple. Like there's not too much about it, right? Now let's just quickly, right, go over, my stats because that's the first feature of the metrical, right? Now right here you can see all my basic metrics. So you can see followers, who am I following, and how much of total content I have posted. Now this is within the last month, right? I have obviously not posted any content on my personal Instagram because I just don't post content on my personal Instagram. Then the next thing that you can see is the demographics of your audience, which is very useful when you want to, create content. You can also see the age range. It's absolutely unreal. I feel like it's even better than Instagram Insights because it's just better, right? Next thing that we have is followers by country. I'm obviously from Czech Republic, so you can see majority of them are from Czech Republic. Then you can also see like followers by city, which by the way is very, very important because people like it's important because like when you know where your audience is from, and I'm not talking about the personal Instagram, then you can easily discover, who these like what to do, what kind of content to create, what to do, what not to do, and like basically tailor the content towards your target audience. Now, the next thing that we can clearly see. Okay, now the next thing we can see is the reach of our account. In other words, how many people saw our account in the last 30 days, right? Now you can clearly see 604, and if you see like this graph right here, you can clearly see, impressions on each day, right? Now, this is essentially how many people on average saw my profile, right? And this also, by the way, this gives you like an overview, right? Now, if you want to see like different, time spans, like for example, like 3 months ago, you need to purchase the paid version, right? Now, next thing, um, it also gives you the summary for your organic content, right? So like there's literally no engagement. Engagement means how many people liked, commented, or shared my post because like I've said, didn't post. Interactions, that's how many people commented my on my content. And then the average reach per post is just average of all these stats. Right now, right here, you can see organic, interactions, which is likes, comments, saves, and how many posts I've made. Obviously, there's none, but like again, it shows you, everything. And yes, now very, very cool thing about Metrical is that it lets you add lists of competitors, right? In other words, you can compare your data to the data of your competitors. Now, if you only use Instagram, you don't have access to this feature because you cannot open somebody else's Instagram and see their reach, right? But Metricool lets you see that, right? They let you see, how many followers they have, how many posts, how many reels, how many likes, how many comments. And then based on this, the AI lets you compare it with your account. And in that way, you can see which are the bottlenecks or which are the problems that influence your business in a negative way. So that's absolutely insane. Now, the next feature of Metricool is that you can literally, and I mean literally, just, now right here, you can see all the messages on Facebook and Instagram or any other social media platform, and you can then respond them within this platform. I obviously, like not deleted, but like I just made all the messages invisible simply because I don't want to show you my personal messages. But like from this, you can clearly, create new messages, which is absolutely unreal. So that's pretty much that. You can also search the conversation like this, right? Now, the next thing is the planning tab, right? And this is absolutely unreal because it literally lets you plan content based on time and based on day, right? So let's just say I want to create, it also shows me like what time is it right now. So let's just say I want to schedule a post for tomorrow for 4 p.m., right? And then I can literally just, sorry, I can literally like click on plus, right? Then we have Facebook selected as the main one, right? And then right here, I can, select if I want to, do a post, reel, or a story. And right here, I can simply add all the media, all the copy, and it lets you see like whatever it is, right? Like what is in the post. So this is absolutely unreal. And then you simply click on the date, which you already clicked, but if you want to change it, you can change it for Wednesday, for example, and then you just hit schedule, and this will host automatically. Now you can do this for all your social media. This is why it's so powerful, right? This is why I'm telling you, like, use it because it saves you so much of your time. Now, the next thing you can do is something called smart links. Now, what is this? You can simply create clickable buttons or, links with customized colors, customized text, and everything with this. But if you see like all these influencers who got like interesting, links and like they don't have these crazy long links, this is because they use this. But it's only available with the paid plan. And now, last but not least, is the ads, option. Now, you do this simply by connecting your Meta Ads account, Google Ads account, or TikTok Ads account. And from here, you simply, manage all your ads like you would normally have, in your Meta Ads business suite, for example. So this is pretty much that. Also, it gives you, recommendations for keywords and recommendations from AI, which is absolutely unreal. So this has been pretty much that. Now, let me show you one more tool that I feel like is also very, very interesting when it comes down to planning on social media. So let's do it. And this tool is called Sprout Social. And let me tell you this. This tool is literally like very, very similar to the metrical, right? It lets you, access inbox, it lets you publish. It also lets you, access your reports on every single page that you do. Now, in my opinion, Metricool is better. However, I highly recommend you checking out both because I feel like these both of them are great. But like I've said, Metricool is way easier, way simpler, and way more intuitive than Sprout Social. But like I've said, all these tools, both of these tools have free plan, right? So that's pretty much that. And yeah. Now, with that said, let's move to another thing, which is actually finding what your audience thinks about your brand. And then based on that, segmenting your audience based on these behaviors and opinions so that you can target your messaging, right? Because let's just imagine, right? Let's just imagine you find that, you know, Let's just imagine this. Why it's even important. Let me tell you this first. So the reason why it's so important is because your audience, and now listen to me, your audience could, have trust issues, right? And you might be thinking that they already trust you. Now, when they don't trust you, there's no place and like no reason to sell to them. However, if you don't know that, then like, why would you even like you just don't know that, right? Like, so because you don't know that, you're going to create wrong content. And if you create wrong content, you waste your time, energy, plus you don't make any profit. So it's like lose-lose scenario at all costs and like on all fronts and like whatever, right? So because of that, you have to do something called audience segmentation, which is basically dividing your audience into segments based on their behaviors and opinions. And then based on that, because like when 80% of your audience like don't trust you and they don't have trust within whatever you do, you have to create your content in a way that builds trust, right? There's no place and like no way on earth to like sell, right? So it's very simple. So for that reason, I'm going to show you how to actually segment your audience using AI and using your brain. So let's do that. Now, the first thing you got to do before we can even use AI is to actually gather all the feedback and then, put it in one place. So this is more like for already established brands because like if you're a new brand, you don't know what people think about you. And the only way you're going to discover that is by actually putting stuff out, right? But we're not going to be covering that right now. However, if you are already established brand, simply go over likes, comments, shares, and like write down all these things that you gathered that you can, by the way, that you can gather in Metricool, for example, and then copy and paste them all into one Google document. The more you have, the better. And if I'm being completely honest with you, like you should copy and paste as much information as possible. So like what you can literally do, right? Let me just make myself smaller again. Okay, now when we are inside a metrical, we can basically get all the data when it comes down to our social media. And how we do that is extremely simple. However, I warn you, you have to have a paid plan. So what we're gonna do is we are right here in the home page, and then we just have to scroll down and go to reports. And we basically what we do, we will select the period which if I were you, like if you're established brand, I would include some like longer term reports. So for example, 6 or 3 months, because that's the data you you can build upon, right? And then what you can do, you can literally like select which kind of social media do you want to have inside the insights, and then you can also select by how many by what you actually want to sort it by, right? If you want to sort it by impressions, page views, likes, whatever. And then you can also customize it with report, which is absolutely insane. And then you can simply select when do you want to receive it, and that is pretty much that, right? Basically click generate PDF or generate PPT, and then you can also automate it like you can see right here. So this is how you get the data. That's the first thing you want to know your impressions, likes, whatever. Then what you also want to know, and that's more like a manual job for you, is to gather all the comments and all the opinions, like just go to, if you have Trustpilot, if you have like Google Places, and like these reviews, like all the possible reviews, all the people possibly talking about you, just get it to one place, okay? Get it to one place. And then what you want to do, copy all of these data, everything into one Google Doc. And then we are going to go next. We are going to use Chat GPT. Okay, so here's how we're going to separate our audience with the audience sentiment analysis, right? So first of all, we will analyze these customer reviews, right? So here's how we're going to do that. This is the prompt, right? Analyze these customer reviews and categorize them as positive, neutral, or negative. Then you paste it in, and then summarize the main themes in this feedback and their sentiment. So this is the first prompt, right? So let's do it. All right, so right now we are inside the ChatGPT and I just copy and pasted it with all the, I just randomly generated comments right now. And let's do it. So here we will see what it does. So it analyzes, this will take like a minute or two. All right, so right now ChatGPT just simply, analyze the sentiment as you can clearly see. And then we are going to turn everything into the analysis with the second prompt. Second prompt is this, right? These are basically like these three sentences. So summarizing customer opinions based on this feedback. What are the top three things customers love, hate about my brand? And then how can I prove based on this negative feedback, right? So we're just gonna copy and paste it and let's do it. So it is copy and pasted. Let's put it inside the chat GPT. And here we go, right? Right now, you just simply have, the analysis of what customers love and hate about your brand. And this, potentially saved you a ton of time because ChatGPT analyzed it within like 2 minutes, right? So, and here you can have very, very valuable feedback, and it's pretty, pretty easy, right? Just use these two prompts, right? You see, very, very simple. I obviously like wanted to like include a little bit more negative reviews to like challenge ChatGPT, and it's given some nice feedback. Yeah. This is great. So, and like I've said, you can play with this, and it's just great. So, with that said, let's go for the final thing, which is going to be how to actually how to find the right influencers for your brand. And the tool we're going to be using is called Upfluence, and it's super, super simple. You don't even need to register, if I'm not mistaken, to use their free tools. So let's have a look at it. So as you can clearly see, I am not even logged in, right? Then obviously the pricing is unknown because they will basically give you like a custom pricing based on your needs. But when you're just starting out, they're giving you absolutely awesome free tools. Now, let me just show you why this is so important, right? Because look, for example, for Instagram, fake follower checker, if you type in the account, right, the account name, you can check whether they have fake followers. Because if you start working with someone who's got like 100,000 followers, but you don't know whether they're fake or not, they can like take all lot of your money and you will not get anything back because there is going to be no engagement. This is why it's so, so great. So let's just say Jake Paul, right? Um, Oh my God. Let's just do this and let's just click. So what you can see right here, Jake Paul has got 12% of fake followers, which honestly is like great, right? It's like great. Now, if you want to see more, if you want to see his audience age, countries they're from, cities, price, stuff like that, you have to, get the paid one. Now, look at another tools, right? Instagram audit tool. So let's just, write my name right here. Just make sure I'm not a robot. And boom. Okay. So I'm not found. Let's just reload this and let's find somebody else, right? Let's just find Jake Paul, for example. And here you can clearly see the engagement rate, followers, faked audience, average comments, and average likes. Now, based on all these tools, right? Engagement tool, which, literally like shows you how many people, how many percent of, this audience actually engages with the influencer you want to work with, then, this tool finds it and it's absolutely unreal. The same thing, find Instagram creators, right? Based on the city or the country, you can literally just find them, and then based on some specific metrics such as niche, years of experience and stuff like that, you can then find them way easier. Because I feel like looking for creators on Instagram, it's kind of messy, especially if you don't know the niche yet, right? Like if you're aware of the niche, then it's great, but like be becoming aware of the niche takes a lot of time, and this saves you the time, right? If you see, the follower count again, you can verify whether, they have the amount of followers they already tell. And then you can also use this to compare Instagram influencers. And like if you look at all these tools, like you can use it for TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, Twitch, and even for Amazon FBA. So I feel like when you're first starting out, when you first want to work with influencers, I feel like this is great because it just gives you unbiased view on these influencers. And the best way to obviously be unbiased is through data, right? Is through actual numbers, because everybody can talk so much. But like if you actually see the numbers, then that's when the reality starts talking. So with that said, I hope you guys learn something new. I feel like these tools are absolutely awesome, especially like majority of them are free to begin with. And then as you get more experience with them, you can then, use use them and get the paid plans. And the most important thing is that these tools, like all of them, are literally like the easiest to use. Like when people first hear AI, they just get scared because they feel like, oh, but I'm not an IT guy. But like the opposite is true. The AI is here to make your life as easy as humanly possible. And if you follow this tutorial, it's like as easy as it could possibly get. So I hope you guys learned something new, and let's go. All right, guys. So, welcome to another lesson of this course, which is going to be all about AI chatbots and their usage when it comes down to your business. Now, why to even bother yourself using AI chatbots? And the answer is obviously pretty simple. First of all, just imagine that you have like 1,000 customers, and every single one of them has got some kind of question. Now, imagine how many people you would have to hire in order to respond to all, these requests, complaints, whatever. And I'm not saying that customer support is like that, right? What I'm saying is that a lot of work can be done via AI chatbots, because they can, they will most probably not help you like set up complex system, right? Like they're not gonna do that right now, but they can give your customers very simple answers, such as, where to type in their email when they register. What are the payment plans? What are the payment options? What should they do after like registering? And like all these different things that are very trivial, these AI chatbots can do for you. And this is why I feel it's so amazing and like literally just necessary for your online business. So, with that being said, let's just jump right into it, because right now I'm just going to show you how to actually set up your AI chatbot for your website. And before I'm going to do that, you obviously have to have your own website, right? So, with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, so the tool we're going to be using is called JotForm, and it literally just lets you sign up for free, which is absolutely amazing. Now, when you look at pricing, and by the way, again, this is not a paid sponsorship, just to make it clear to you, but I just feel like this tool is great. You can literally like get all the features, right? However, there are some limitations. So just have a look at it yourself, but you can literally like use the AI bot for free for yourself. And then when you want to scale, when you want to make it bigger, when you want to make it more smart, then you have to go, for these paid options. So with that said, let's just quickly sign up. So what we're going to do, we're going to sign up with, then the next thing we're going to do is that we're simply going to sign up. So you can, sign up via Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Salesforce, Google, or Microsoft, or with your name, email address, and password. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be all right. So the next thing we have to do is very, very simple form fill out. So you have to, include the name of your website, which, I literally, yep. Why is this not working? So this should work right now. Then the organization name. So we're just gonna do my company, job title, just do whoever you are. So, you can be the CEO, marketing and research, and then click finish. After finishing the registration, what we are going to do next is that we're going to create our AI chatbot, right? And obviously, from all these options, we are going to pick AI agent, right? Then the next thing we are going to do is to select the channel. So whether we want to do it through Messenger, WhatsApp, through voice, through phone, or through chatbot. We're obviously going to pick chatbot. And by the way, the settings for all these are pretty much similar, right? For WhatsApp, you just simply like connect your WhatsApp. For Messenger, you just simply connect your Facebook page. Like there's literally zero, and I mean literally zero friction, right? So let's just click next. And right now you can, use template, which is great, or you can build your own AI agent from the ground up, or you can start with form, right? What we are going to do, we're going to start from scratch, right? Now, here it is very easy. You just simply give it instructions on what you want the agent to do. And specifically, you just want to describe it, right? If you want it for customer support, you simply, click on this icon and it gives you this, right? It's absolutely amazing. You just click create, then we will wait for some small amount of time. And look, right now we can literally, and I mean literally, just customize the chatbot. So let me show you how to do that. Now, in this, on this page, you simply design how it looks like, right? So you can, do voice, phone, SMS, like literally whatever you want, right? We will obviously focus on chatbot. Now, with the greeting page, this is pretty simple. I would keep it this way. If you want to change it, we can change the greeting, message. So let's just say, hey, how can I help you? And then this is, when the chatbot will appear. So if you want it to appear automatically, just simply click always open. If you want to open it after 5 seconds, you select this. Or if you want to open it after 10 seconds, since, they land on your page, simply do that. Or you can select do not open automatically, right? So we can just select always open, right? This is very, very simple. And also you want to, like where this is going to be positioned, right? You want to pick where the chatbot is going to be. So you can pick left or right. We can also add the pulsing effect to the avatar, which I feel like makes it more lively. So that's what I would do. And then the navigation is very, very simple. you simply pick which one of these you want. You obviously want to allow users to chat with your agent, with the voice. We obviously don't want that. Um, and we obviously want them to be able to see the chat history. So this is what we're gonna keep. And this, by the way, is like the design, right? So what we're gonna do next is then we have to train the chatbot, right? So let me just quickly move this right here. And first things first, AI persona. So what this means? This means what's their name and how they act and how they talk and how they respond to you in which way, right? So first thing we can set up is their name. So let's just say John. You can then, describe his role different if you feel like this is not accurate. So customer support XYZ company, right? Very simple. Default language, obviously English. If you want different languages, you can select different languages. There's a lot of languages, not all of them, but like majority of like worldwide known languages are here. Then the thing you can select, if you are B2C brand, you want to be casual and friendly. If you are B2B brand, I would highly encourage you to be professional. So we can just select, professional, and then you can also select, how long do you want these answers to be? And again, this depends on the audience you're serving, right? If you're serving B2C customers, I would be short. If you're serving B2B, I would be a little bit longer, right? Now, here are the chat guidelines and what this means. This basically means like what is how your agent should help your audience, right? So like you see, like the main goal is to assist users quickly. Always aim to resolve issues effectively. Like you basically want to give him like character traits, right? So we can literally like write it down, right? Um, what's going on? That's sweet. Always make sure. What is going on? Um, yeah, so this is it's kind of lagging. Let me just solve this quickly. Right, so it was there was some bug, but literally we just typed in what we want. So like be polite. You can then add whatever you want. Regarding the voice, you don't care, right? Simply because um we don't want that, right? But if you want that, you can then set it up. So that's about the persona. Now the knowledge base. That's very important, right? So what you want to do, like you literally what you can do, you can use ChatGPT to help you build this out. But what you want to do, like you first want to give it knowledge, right? And basically like what you want to include, right? You want to include all the answers, all the possible questions it could have, how it should act, how it should respond. And yeah, literally give it all the knowledge, all the knowledge. Like basically copy and paste in as many frequent questions your customers might have as humanly possible and just copy and paste it in. Now, you can literally, right? It's like just click and you've got 10,000 characters left, which is a lot. You can literally like ask ChatGPT, right? And let me show you how to do that. So we're here and I can literally just ask it like, hey, I am training my chatbot. Can you can you please? I will give it in, information slash knowledge so that he's able to actually respond with facts. If I give you all the knowledge about my business, I will give you a website copy, which by the way, like you can literally insert anything, right? Because the main goal of the AI is to just like make your, job easier. So you just literally like copy and paste the copy from your website, and then it does the job for you. And then based on that, can you please sort the information into the FAQ form that gives me most frequently asked questions and appropriate answers? Can you do it? Boom, let's see. Should obviously work. Sweet. Absolutely amazing. So let's go to my website, which by the way is just sample website. Like I created this website for, for this specific, it's just a template. So here is my copy, and let's see. Sweet. So do you see like it literally just gives you questions and answers? Um, yeah. And you can literally just train your bot, right? So I'll let ChatGPT do all the generating, and let me just come back pretty quickly. Okay. Now the thing we're gonna do, I'm just simply going to copy and paste it in there. Let's just hope, yes, this is great. I will save it. So the information is literally just saved. You can add a new knowledge. So we can even like add the link to the website, which like we can, right? So let's just, add the link. Uh, yeah. And boom. And let's see. And right now, you can literally like select up to 10 pages from the entire website because if you think about it, like your website doesn't only have like one page, right? If you click on this features or launch event on this website, it's like a standalone website, right? So like it's a separate website. So we want to make sure that it gets information from all the relevant sections of the website, and we're just going to save it, right? So the knowledge base has been pretty much done. We can literally like add new knowledge bases. We're not gonna do that. We can, questions and answers, files, links, knowledge, whatever, right? So yes, this is pretty much that. Now we trained it. Now the actions, right? We can literally just train it to say like when XYZ does this, then do that. And this is pretty simple. So let me show you how to do that. You literally have like unlimited variables. So like when conversation starts, when user wants to, when user talks about, when user asks about, when user sentiment is, when user provides, when the sentence contains, when the date is, then you do X, Y, Z thing, right? Very simple, very efficient. So let's just say, that we want to give them a form to fill out at the start of the conversation, right? So when the conversation starts, um, ask for information. So let's just say, um, how are you doing today, right? And yeah, let's just hit enter, right? And then we save it, right? Tools. Um, you can literally, right, add new capabilities to your agent, and you can literally like do whatever, right? You can show them video, right? You can show them PDF, set appointment in Google Calendar, like whatever. You just simply like, click on it, and then, right, you give it instructions to that agent what to do. Like, let's just say if if a person, if the customer slash visitor asks anything about appointment and availability in one sentence, please ask them whether they want to schedule an appointment, and if they answer yes, then give them the Google Calendar appointment form, right? Very simple. Then you can, connect it with Google Calendar. Now, the next thing that you can do is that you can connect forms to your agent to then like gather data. And it's very simple. Simply click create form and you tell the AI what you want, right? It's like feedback form and it just creates the form for you, right? If we want the feedback for the conversation itself, then we can do it very, very simply in this way. So let's just wait. And the form was successfully created. And right here, you can literally like edit it again. That's very simple. And then last but not least is, we can train we can teach the agent, right? And then we can literally like see if it does what we want, right? Now, if you can see, like I've literally said, like to be professional, but be very polite. So this kind of gave me like a weird answer, and like you have to play with the prompt in order to really figure out like what to actually do, right? Like because AI is unpredictable, so like you have to play with certain variables with these that we just set up. But it's pretty simple. So let's just say, are you available for an appointment? So let's see. Do you see? Literally just says, yes, I'm available for an appointment. You can book a free call with us to discuss your project and how we can assist you. Um, let's just ask it different questions. Which copywriting services do you provide? Right? Because I've literally copy and pasted in this information. Services do you provide? Let's see what they give us. I hope they give us some nice answer and they actually help us. Absolutely amazing. Do you see? Absolutely stunning. Like this is literally what I wanted. So I just wanted to show you this. This works absolutely amazing, right? Now, what to do next? We have to integrate it with the website. So what do? We click on publish. And the thing that we do is that we literally just embed it on your site. And like you literally like add embedded code on whatever website builder you're using. And that is pretty much that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do that within card.co, but it's literally like the same in all other, landing page or website builders such as Kajabi, ClickFunnels, high level, like all these is just all the same, right? You just embed a code. So let's do that. So let me first copy this code, copy it, and let's just go to Right, so right now I am inside my sample website inside car.co, and the way we are going to do this is very simple. We're just gonna click, on this add element button that's literally in every landing page or website builder. We are gonna click on embed, then we are going to move it somewhere that we actually want it. So for example, here, and then literally just copy and paste the code. hit save, publish changes, done. And let's just view my site, right? Right here, you know, you can clearly see, hi, how can I assist you? And then absolutely amazing, works well, right? What kinds of services do you provide, please? And let's just see. I hope, yes, you see, copywriting services, sales pages, email sequences. Okay. Can you please give me more detail about each one of these services? Let's just see. Yep. You see, it gives us all the detail. Basically, everything I like told it, right? It gives us, and like, look at how quick this is, right? You obviously have to like, you know, you have to like spend some time to actually set up the chatbot in the way you want, right? But like, look at how quick this is, and it's literally for free, right? You like have to spend some time training the chatbot, but like, we literally are running this lesson for 23 minutes with the intro. So I feel like this is absolutely insane. And yeah, just keep on testing these variables. And with that said, guys, we just went over how to actually set up chatbot. I feel like I'm just sorry. I'm just super happy to show you that AI can literally make your life as easy as humanly possible. Because if you really look at this, like, it's absolutely amazing. Like, you don't need to do any coding, you don't need to do anything. Like, the only thing that was little, like advanced was like copying the code into website builder, which is like the easiest thing in the world. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you learned something new. This was absolutely awesome thing. I'm very happy and I'm very glad that I could, show you this, and keep on building your bots and just make your life easier with AI, because that's the entire point of this whole course. So see you in the next lesson, and keep on working. See you soon. All right, guys, welcome to another lesson of this course, which is going to be all about personalizing the user and customer experience on your website, on your email, and on your landing page. In this lesson, I'm going to explain to you why this is so important at first, and then I'm going to show you some customization tools that you can use, for customizing emails, customizing landing pages, and customizing user experience on your website so that they get recommendations on what to actually buy based on their preferences. So, with that said, let's get right into it. All right, so let's first of all talk about why personalization matters. And the personalization matters simply because the more personalized, the more your customers or your audience feels like the content, or your products or whatever you're giving them are tailored towards their needs, problems, and goals, the more they're going to trust you, and the more they're going to feel like you actually care about them. And if they feel like you care about them, guess what happens? It increases your sales, your conversions, and overall reputation of your business. So, with that said, let me show you three tools, right? So, the first one is the Unbounce landing page creator. So, let me show you what it does and why it's so good. Now, here you can see the Unbounce, and it's basically a landing page creator. Now, obviously, in this lesson, I'm not going to be teaching you how to create landing pages because that's, for a different course, but it's essentially a drag and drop page builder, which makes building landing pages super easy. And the best feature it has is something called smart traffic, right? Now, what smart traffic is? So, smart traffic is an AI powered feature in Unbounce that automatically sends each visitor to the version of your landing page that is most likely to make them convert. And it doesn't matter, what kind of version it is, if it's, sign up landing page, if it's, trying to sell some service, if it's just trying to make them click, like it doesn't matter. Unbounce, checks all the, different segments of your audience, and then based on that preferences, it sends them to the correct landing page. Okay? Now you can obviously see like the pricing and like the everything, the content. It's not, cheap. It's the basic version costs $74. The expensive one costs 187, but it's a very, very powerful tool. And the way it works is very, very simple. You first create multiple versions of your landing page, right? So you create, different headlines, designs, and layouts. This is great because usually you have multiple versions of your landing page because you don't know which one is going to convert yet, right? Now, here's the cool part, right? The smart traffic function then analyzes visitor behavior, so it analyzes their location, device, the browser they're using, and stuff like that. Then it automatically learns on its own which version works best for different types of visitors. And here's the cool part. It automatically directs each visitor to the best version for them. And why this is so important and so popular? Because you get more conversions without actually needing to do the A/B testing and optimizing by yourself. Like this tool, if you have, the resources to invest in it, it's absolutely unbelievable. And I highly, highly recommend this to you because it's absolutely no-brainer, right? Now, let me just quickly tell you like who this is for. I feel like this is not for beginners. This is more for people who already have like experience with A/B testing but don't actually have time for it because if you've ever done, like A/B testing, you have to admit that it's so time consuming and so, hard. So for this reason, smart traffic is perfect for you. And by the way, this is not an advertising attempt. I'm just like giving you great AI tools, right? And it's basically like a set and forget it tool, right? It gives you, you just give it, you just give it your versions of the landing page, and then it literally does everything for you. Now, if we scroll down, right? Let me just quickly show you. Yeah. When we are in the smart traffic, it literally just like gives you step-by-step tutorial even within the builder. So again, this is like the difficulty of usage is the same as if you were using ChatGPT or We.io or Canva. You just literally create your landing page, then you select few settings that are very easy to understand because it gives you automatic AI recommendations, and then based on that, it retargets the traffic and sends them to the different versions that will be most likely to convert. So that was the first tool. Now, the second tool I'm about to show you is called Nosto. And Nosto is an AI powered personalization platform that helps online stores or e commerce stores show the right products to the right customers at the right time automatically. And this is why, again, it's so powerful. Imagine you're having a smart assistant who learns, what each stopper likes each time, they go into the shop, and then based on that they give them automatic recommendations. This is why it's so popular. Now, in order to use this tool, you need to book a call first, right? It's not like you pay for like monthly pricing and then you're just gone basically. But what you need to do first is you need to, book a consultation. And then based on this consultation, you then, give them all your goals or all your desires, all your dreams, everything that's like all your pains that you have within your business, all the questions you might have, and they will simply give you, um, they will tell you like whether, their service is great fit for you or not. Now, let me just quickly tell you how does Nostro work, right? It's very, very simple. You will understand it again. It's super simple. So just imagine a customer visits your online store and they browse products, right? Then Nostro, based on that, tracks their behavior, right? Where they click, what do they view, how much time do they spend on each section of your website, what they added to the cart, what they discarded from the cart, what did they buy, stuff like this. Then, based on that, it analyzes their behavior and compares it with other shoppers, right? And then, based on that, it gives them the personalized product recommendations that they're more likely to buy. Because when these, recommendations are personalized, there's a higher chance. Now, you might be thinking, this doesn't work. Like these recommendations never work because it's only spam to me. This is what I felt like, when I first heard about this. However, first of all, there has to be some kind of reason that almost every business uses it. That's the first thing. Second thing is I found a very, very interesting fact. Here's what I found after going through some research, and you'll be very, very, very surprised. So AI-powered product recommendations work really well. On average, they can boost conversion rates by up to 15% and increase order values by around 11%. In some cases, personalized recommendations have, now listen, tripled revenue and improved conversions by 150%. They also make up about, and this is like the craziest number, they make up about 31% of total sales for many online brands. So, like, do you guys see how crazy this is? Like, how actually crazy this is? That when I first thought about it, I was like, this doesn't make too much sense to me. But, like, I was like, these businesses have to have some reason, right? Because this software costs, not a small amount of money, but at the same time, I was like, it doesn't make sense. So, here you can see the numbers, like literally one third of their revenue is generated with, product recommendations. So this is why I would highly recommend you to use that. Now let's just go for the last AI tool, which is email AI automation with Mailchimp, and I'll clearly tell you what we are gonna do in just a second. So let's do it. All right, so we're inside the MailChimp, which by the way gives you free account for the first 14 days, so you can try it completely for free. Next thing, this is an email sending software that essentially lets you send emails and lets you automate all of that job. Now, we're not going to be going over like how to use MailChimp. If you're, curious on how to use MailChimp, go over some YouTube tutorials, like there's literally hundreds of them. But what we are going to go over are the AI automations that MailChimp offers. Now, the first thing it does is something called automations. Now, for those who don't know what automations are, it's basically automating processes when it comes down to your email marketing. So let's just imagine you have a landing page and then, somebody enters their contact information. Now, after entering that contact information, they are being added to your email list and then they're also being sent an automatic email. Imagine if you had, let's say, 100 new signups every single day on your new email list, which is like completely normal number if you're a big business owner. And then you had to send all those, emails manually. Your head would just explode because there's literally no time in world that, you can put specifically into email marketing. So for that reason, Mailchimp or literally any other like marketing email marketing softwares such as Kajabi, Brevo, Go High Level, like they all use AI automation. And basically, what the only thing you need to do is to set up the automation once, and then it does all the other things for you. So what you do? So let's just go to automations and then to overview, right? Now let's just, build an automation from scratch, right? So let's just first, name it. So let's just say, sign up automation, and let's just start. Now, a contact is added when, right? So when the contact is added to your, to your email list. So choose a starting point, right? So for example, you can literally like, add anything. If they view page, if they leave a page, if they click on certain link, if they join a group, like there's literally if they have birthday, right? So let's just say on birthday, right? So now the days before, just type in 90 and date field birthday, right? So now the contact is added 90 days before their birthday, right? That's the first step. Next thing we will do is that we will add the journey step, right? And then we will essentially like program the automation, right? So we will select and then, wait for a trigger. And the trigger is going to be their birthday, right? So let's just say birthday, yeah, boom, right? Obviously, I messed it up right now because I just had to, like, the next step should have been, basically send email because that's the action, right? Contact is added 90 days before their birthday, and then we send the email, right? And basically, just close, and that's what we can do, right? Or we can do a different, different type of journey, which is adding trigger. So let's just, let's just create a new one. Let's just build from scratch. One, for example, choose a starting point. Then again, like I've said, shopping activity. So let's just see. Um, let's just see. We can, if he, signs up for the for your email list, then that's what you do, right? Then what we do is that, we add the next step and then we add the email, right? Because when they, sign up for your email list, they have to receive an automated email. That is, very, very simple. And right here, what you're going to do, you're basically going to, set up a subject line. So, welcome to the, community. We are super excited to have you on board. Or here's what's coming next. All right, and then you just basically, do it. You can also generate the subject line with AI, which is absolutely amazing, right? If you're not good in copywriting, then that's then the schedule obviously every day as soon as possible, which means they will receive it immediately. And that is pretty much that. Right? Now, if you look at this, like the next thing you've got to do is to obviously select a template, which is basically going to be like the email you're going to write, right? So you can, like select the automatic templates, or you can select the basic layout, which is, just see, we've got to find a text. Fine. Let's see if we can see it. Um, yeah, start from scratch. That's what we want. Yeah. And then what you simply do is that you add, a heading. So, hello. Very simple. Now, what you can also do, let's just imagine this, right? This is literally like drag and drop editor, right? And like you can add like paragraph, right? Like you can literally do like whatever. You can also, and this is like absolutely unreal, you can write it with AI, right? Um, Now here you simply tell AI what to do, and the AI does it for you. And look at that. Here you simply click, and this is how you do it. Like AI literally like writes whatever, you include into the email, and it could also like generate a headline, right? Again, welcome to new subscribers. Let's just see. Welcome to the family, and just save it, and your email is pretty much created. So that's for this. Then what it can also do, it can give you pre-built journeys that are also generated with AI, which is, like I've said, absolutely unbelievable, right? And this gives you these pre-built journeys, right? This gives you like automations automatically created with AI when you want to welcome new contacts, when you want to recover abandoned cards, recover lost customers. Like there's just welcoming SMS subscribers, like everything, right? There's nurturing leads, re-engaging contacts, support, like transactional, right? Like send order delivered confirmation. Like these automations are just set up all from scratch, and you don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do, you, for example, click, welcome new contacts, and you see, right? Signs up, send email, journey ends. This is already created. And now, based on your brand, which by the way, you have to, type in, it generates the email. And look at this. Like this is absolutely unreal, right? Like literally like generates email for you. So, and then if you would like, to edit it, you can simply edit the email content as we did it, when we did it manually. So with that said, this is pretty much it when it comes down to AI automations in the MailChimp. I feel like this is email sending and email copywriting became very, very easy. And yeah, I feel like take advantage of this because like I've said, MailChimp is super cheap. It costs like $20 per month, and it's going to save you so much of time. Now, talking about email marketing, what we are going to do in the next lesson is that I'm actually going to show you how to write an absolutely unbelievable email copy when it comes down to AI. Now, I'm not going to be using MailChimp, but I just wanted to show you MailChimp because it gives you great starting point, and most importantly, it creates these customer journeys for you. And then what you can do, you can simply create your own text, which is what I'm going to show you in the next lesson. I'm going to show you how to create absolutely unbelievable emails when it comes down to AI. And yes, this is pretty much it. And I look forward to see you. Right, guys. So this is the lesson I was really looking forward to this entire course. Reason is because when it comes down to copywriting and writing ad copy emails and stuff of this nature, I feel like it's absolutely like it's absolutely amazing, right? Like when it comes down to generating content and stuff of this nature. So with that said, let's get right into it. I won't waste your time and let's get into it. So let me just show you these prompts. We're literally just gonna copy and paste these prompts. And first of all, what you can do, you can generate email ideas with AI, right? And basically, the reason why this so works because this prompt ensures that every idea is based on the audience's actual needs, emotions, and struggle, right? The AI is going to generate a list of high converting email ideas in seconds, which saves you a lot of time and effort. So, what you're going to do is very simple. Um, First of all, let me give you a template for my product you will be writing sales email about. After I give this you, you will then use this information within the follow, following prompts. Understood? Let's see what the AI. Sweet. So we will fill out this template, all right? And let's just fill it out. Like you literally just have to like, fill out the template by yourself depending on what product or service you are promoting. And let's do that. Right, sweet. So right now we have, the product description. I basically, again, I used AI to generate random product, which obviously you shouldn't do because like you should use a real product, but I do this for the showcase purposes. And right now what I'm going to do, I'm just simply going to copy and paste this information and will let the AI save it. Save this information about this product. Please do not leave anything behind. Boom, right? And this is saved. So let's see what the AI does. Now, before it saves, we're gonna save time, and this is gonna be the prompt, right? Give me 20 email ideas for the product below. No discount codes, no collaborations, no launches. Either give ideas related to the customer's pain points, benefits, or struggles. So this is gonna be, those are gonna be the ideas, right? Now, AI oftentimes like messes up, so you have to ask it. Did you? Oh, sweet. So it's already been saved. All right. Now, based on these, give me 20 ideas. Do, do you see? Like this gives you unbelievable ideas. Yo-yo dieting is making you gain more weight. Here's why. Working out but not losing weight. This might be why. Hate swallowing pills. Here's a better way to lose weight. Like these ideas are absolutely unreal. Do you see? You can still lose weight without changing your routine. Now, what do you do next, right? Now, right now, what we are going to do, we're simply going to write our email. Right now, I'll give you this file into description. You can literally just generate ideas through these different prompts, right? Through pain points, through real life scenarios, like write 20 emotions or things customers might experience, or option number four is about the ingredients, which is literally like writing 10 email ideas about main ingredients, in specific product. Or you can simply like use 10 curiosity spiking metaphors for the product below, and so on, right? Like you can literally just use AI, and I'll give you this file so that you can use it as well, right? So what we are going to do, we're simply what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick one of these ideas, right? So let's just see. Yes, this one is great. This idea is great, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just copy and paste, this prompt, which act as an email copywriter and write a persuasive marketing email for your product below. Use this topic, and then you insert the topic, right? Then you do it. Boom. So let's see what it generates. Now, if I honestly look at this email, this is absolutely unreal. If you ask me for AI, like, ever feel like no matter how hard you try, cravings always get the best of you? One minute you're committed to your weight loss goals, the next you're reaching for snacks you swore you wouldn't eat. It's not a lack of willpower, it's science. Like, literally, like, this is great persuasive email, right? Now, if I look at this, I can see some mistakes. So one is better flow of the text. So we can literally just use AI to make this fix. So please, ma- first of all, this email is great and I like it. However, make sure that the text flows perfectly, is at third grade level, and you can use one or two metaphors to make the content of the email resonate more with our target audience. Please do not be overly salesy, but still convince your audience that this will work. Boom. Let's see. Let's see what it gives us, right? This is great. This is great. Ever feel like you're fighting a battle with your cravings and losing every time? One minute you're committed to eating healthy. Next is like your hands have a mind of their own, reaching for chips, sweets, or whatever's inside. It's not just willpower, it's your body playing tricks on you. Like, this is absolutely amazing. And here you can see the metaphor. Your metabolism is like a fire. When it burns strong, you feel energized and in control. But when it slows down, your body panics, sending hunger signals to refuel even when you don't actually need food. Let me give you another example. Let's just write a welcome email. Can you please write a welcome email for the community? Our customer had just joined right now. Please make sure that that you make them feel welcomed and give them real benefits they crave based on their history, pains, and desires. Make them feel welcomed and write in the same style as we did before. Now, yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, do you see, guys? This is like absolutely amazing. Next thing we can do is we can write cart abandonment email. So let's see. Can you please write a cart abandonment email for customer who had just abandoned their cart right now. Please make sure that you make them feel understood and make the email not salesy, but we want to make the email converting, and we also want to make it persuasive. That's the word I was looking for. Persuasive without without being salesy. I also want you to make sure that the email is super easy to understand, like these remaining ones. And I also want you to include justified scarcity. Now, the justified scarcity basically means giving them reason why they should act now. Because if you just tell them like minute remaining, buy, or you're never going to be able to buy again, this never works, right? So this is why we want to justify the scarcity. Sweet. So this is how we do it, and let's just see what it does for us. Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. And like, if I'm being completely honest with you, like just copy and paste these prompts that I will give you, and this pretty much be working, right? So make sure that you do this. Customize these prompts based on what you actually want to achieve from the email, and be if I can give you one piece of advice that's gonna make you successful with writing copy when it comes down to emails and ChatGPT, make sure that you are as specific as you can. Like, there's no such thing as overloading ChatGPT with information. So, yeah, just be specific, and like you see, like I'm doing this lesson for like 10 minutes now or 12 minutes, and we written 3 emails, and I was being super slow. So you see how AI saves you so much time? Yeah, absolutely unreal, right? All right, now let's just cover a next thing, which is going to be segmentation of your emails, okay, and of your email list. So how do we do this? And if you don't know, like, why even, consider doing email segmentation? I'll tell you this. So if you think about it, like some people are new to your emails, right? Some people are not, right? They already know about you, they already trust you. So based on that, you have to create audience segments, right? Now you obviously don't want to, write everything and do everything manually. And so for that reason, you can use AI. So let's just quickly go over that, and let me just show you how simple this is. So let's just type, I have an email list, like very simple, right? I have an email list. Which segments can you list the most important segments I should be paying paying attention to when I have a, let's say for example, right? When I have a weight loss supplement business and want to drive majority majority of sales via email. And let's see. Okay, sweet. So high intent buyers, and look, it just gives us all the segments, right? All right, so ChatGPT just generated all these, segments, and what we're gonna do, give me only a list without the descriptions. right? And now we have the list. Now, what we're gonna do, because again, I want to show you how powerful ChatGPT is. Obviously, you don't do this regularly, but what you do, we are going to create like a fake, customer list, and then based on that, we are going to let ChatGPT um, segment our audience based on that, right? This is what I want to show you. So let's just do that. So what we're gonna do? Can you give me a list of 30 sample customers for weight loss product, all with different customer journeys, and please make sure they all have some attribute. Hot leads, not interested, etc. I want a list, right? Now, this list you obviously don't generate with ChatGPT and you get it from wherever your traffic source is, right? But this is just going to give us, the list. So I'm going to wait. All right, now I already have it in CSV. And what I'm going to do right here is that I'm going to tell ChatGPT, hey, I have a customer list. I will upload it right now. Can you please can you please sort all my contacts based on the segments you provided above? Then we're simply gonna upload from computer, right? So boom, let's upload and bang. Okay, so as you can see, some of these, right? They have the ChatGPT has uncategorized it. For some they categorize. So if this happens, you simply do this, right? Because sometimes it makes mistakes. Please categorize every single customer no without any mistakes. Make sure you use your best judgment and give them the specific attribute. And after we corrected it, right now we can see, that the segmentation has been done. And then what you can do is, I've already shown you the tool MailChimp, which we already covered automation. So if you want to, if you're looking into tutorial how to actually set up automations, then go to the previous lesson. However, what I'm going to show you right now is first of all, you can then upload your customer list into the Mailchimp. So that's absolutely amazing. We already did that as well, and now you also have different segments. So that's great. And what you can do next is that you can also track your performance, and that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so if we want to use AI to show us, the statistics such as, conversion rate, click-through rate, all the, signups, it's very simple. MailChimp does this automatically. So if we go down there and go to Analytics tab, then we go inside the marketing dashboard, then right here, we can see how many emails have been sent in total, what was the open rate, what was the click-through rate, and what was the unsubscribe rate. Now, for those who don't know what these specific terms mean, it's very simple. Total sends is how many emails you've sent in total. The open rate is the percentage of people who have received the emails, and who actually opened it, right? The percentage who actually opened it. Click-through rate is very simple. Inside the email, you've got link. So click-through rate is how many people actually clicked, the percentage of the people, how many people actually clicked on the link that was inside the email. And then the unsubscribe rate is essentially how much or how many percent of your current active email subscribers unsubscribed by this day, right? You can also, if you just make myself smaller, then you can get all these metrics I just talked about right now in specific scenarios, in like one day, in 1 week, or within the span of 1 month, right? Now, the next thing is the conversions funnel. What the conversion funnel means? It basically means if you set up, a conversion metric that could be, signing up to a landing page, making a purchase, whatever you set as a conversion metric, then that's the percent of people who have done this specific action. So if you set, buying a thing as a conversion, or if you set clicking on a landing page link as a conversion, then this will be the stats, right? These will be the percent of people who have done such action, right? And right here, you can clearly see like the entire journey, right? How many were delivered, if there was any drop off, which basically like means compared to previous days or months, then how many people opened, and then how many people clicked on the link. And right here, you can see the total, statistics. So that's pretty simple. Now, if you see these bounces, what does bounce when it comes down to email marketing mean? Bounce means that when you try to deliver an email to somebody, but it actually doesn't land in their inbox, it basically bounces back to you, right? That's what it means. So basically, not delivering the email, okay? Now, when we click on the second part, which is the audience, right here, you can clearly see how many you have contacts in total, how many have subscribed to, how many are not subscribed, so how many people you've sent emails to who have not subscribed, and how many people have unsubscribed. And here's the monthly breakdown. Here's weekly, here's monthly, and here's daily, right? Very simple. And yeah, that is pretty much that. When you go to reports, here you can essentially see all the reports when it comes down to emails, SMS, automations, landing pages. Like you can literally just create reports for all sorts of things. It's absolutely amazing. Now, since we are in the email marketing tutorial, let me just quickly go over how to actually do the automations, because we've done it in the previous lesson, but since we're here, let's do it one more time, right? So that you don't have to waste your time going back to the previous lesson. So basically, the automations are when somebody else or your audience or your potential audience performs a certain action, and then based on that action, there's a trigger, right? If they sign up for their email list, then they receive automatic email. And the trigger is them signing up for the email. And then the consequence of that trigger is them receiving the email. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I've said in the previous tutorial, MailChimp gives you pre-built journeys. So literally like when you want to welcome new people, when you want to celebrate sign up anniversaries, when you want to, welcome SMS subscribers, when you want to, recover abandoned cards, celebrate customer birthdays, like this is pretty much that, right? However, if you want to, and this is all powered by the AI. Now, if you want to create one from scratch, you just click on build from scratch. You name it. So let's say basic automation number 1. And then let's just choose a starting point. So let's say somebody else signs up to my email list. Then we add the journey step. which is them receiving the email, right? And right here, we can, edit subject line. We can edit when it's going to be sent. So literally like every day as soon as possible, because that's literally like immediately. And then we also want to, edit the template, which is right over here. And it's very, very simple. So you can either select, your like the pre-made template, or you can start from scratch. And MailChimp offers you a drag and drop builder, which is very, very simple. And yeah, you literally like, sorry, you literally like can, you know, drag and drop your content. And then you can also let it write with AI. And you will give the prompt, please welcome my new subscriber to the weight loss community. And you will see. Okay, sweet. So apparently, MailChimp doesn't want me to write to people who have weight loss issues. So let's try a different one. Please welcome my new subscriber to my fitness community. You see, and this basically generates your headline. And you can also, add paragraph. Um, yes, write with AI. Write a welcome email to fitness enthusiast. Boom. Let's see. This is generating content. Boom. Right? And it just gives you, the email. So this is how Mailchimp and AI in general automates this is emails. And with that said, this is pretty much it, guys. I hope you learned something new. It's very, very simple with AI. You can literally, after you get these contexts, after you segment your audience, then you can simply upload it into the Mailchimp and you're good to go. You have then, different audience segments which you can then use for more efficient email marketing. So I hope you guys got something new out of this. This was very, very juicy and very big lesson. So I recommend you to watch this multiple times. And with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, guys. So this is it. We are at the end of this amazing course. And I'm super glad and super grateful that you actually enrolled in this course. Now, I hope you learned something new because I obviously feel like there's going to be a lot of information that you've never heard before. And therefore, I think that the best way to go about this course is obviously watch it for the first time, study it for the first time, but most importantly, go over the material multiple times to really gather the understanding. And I feel like it's worth it because AI is just going to be here for some time, right? And honestly, if you can utilize it into your own benefit, you will save so much of your time and your entire marketing process will become so much more faster. And this is why I recommend you to go through the course multiple times, right? Go through the presentations, use them as your guidance, go through the walkthrough videos, rewind them back. Like, especially with the walkthrough videos, I don't want you to just watch them. What I would rather see is that you actually apply the stuff, stop the video, apply it, then play again, then apply, and do this all over until you gather your own understanding of this entire material. So this is how I would go about it. And yes, I also, as a small gift, I have prepared a quiz for the end of this course for you so that you can actually test whether everything that you learned that you actually got, right? I want you to test whether you understood everything taught in this course. And this is why I prepare this quiz for you. You will also get all the responses at the end of that document, and that is pretty much it. So with that being said, thank you so much for enrolling into this course, guys. And I cannot wait for you to get started and actually start seeing results, because the power of AI is absolutely unbelievable. So, good luck to all of you.